With the fearless year of Shadow coming to a close, a plethora of Shadow the Hedgehog content has been surfacing across the globe. The Ultimate Lifeform has been given a standalone video game, has an entire movie coming out all about him, and has even been added to multiple mobile games. So when word got out that Shadow was being included into Sonic Dream Team, the fanbase went ballistic. For different reasons, of course. And on the 18th of December, our Hedgie with the Edgy, I'm never saying that fucking shit again, made his way onto Sonic Dream Team. It's been quite a while since my last Sonic Dream Team video, and a lot has changed within the game ever since that video's initial release. So before we dive headfirst into the new content update, I felt like it would be most appropriate to quickly summarize everything that has been added to Sonic Dream Team. If you're not interested and are only here to see the Shadow stuff, feel free to skip to the timestamp on the screen. On the 18th of April, Content Update 2 came out, which added Sweet Dream Zone, a set of 2 acts with a handful of challenges which has no actual tie-in with the main campaign. Not only that, it also came out half-baked, with the remaining acts labelled Coming Soon. And also rankings are here. On the 13th of June, SEGA finally had the steel balls to finish up Sweet Dream Zone, and added the final act, which is the sheer opposite of a good challenge. It is way too difficult for new players, which is probably why it says expert only, but still my point stands, and has so little rings and very few checkpoints. Can you see why I fucking hate this zone? We're just getting started, because say hello to the jukebox, everyone, the concept of which has been ripped straight out of Sonic Frontiers. Every single zone has 6 music notes listed evenly throughout each act. Collecting one will give you a song from the game, meaning that collecting all the music notes in the game will grant you the full game OST. Is it worth it? Absolutely. On September 12th, they added powers, which are basically power-ups for your characters to use in the game. These are purchased via blue coins, so now they actually have a purpose to being in the game. But some of these powers are really shit, like Super Glide, Quick Switch. Like, why aren't these things mainstays in the game already? What the fuck? Okay, now that we're done, let's see what's new with this game. The first thing that grabbed my attention was not Shadow the Hedgehog on the title screen, but instead Shadow's logo on Tails' challenges. Tapping on that gave me this incredibly cool cutscene of Shadow entering the level and hunting for a Chaos Emerald. And within moments, we are given control to the character. Now, right off the bat, these animations are perfect. Everything down to the way Shadow skates, his idle animation, it's all golden. What isn't 100% perfect are his controls in this game. Shadow has 2 major movesets, Chaos Control, which lets you stop time for a few seconds, and Chaos Shift, which allows you to dash in any direction you choose. Both of these movesets are taken straight from Sonic X Shadow Generations, except for Chaos Shift, which I believe is meant to be inspired by the Doom Blast. On paper, these should be functionally similar to Shadow Generations. And they are. Sorta. Chaos Control works fine, but Chaos Shift is a whole different story. It's kind of broken in some areas, especially ones where you need to Chaos Shift onto a wall to run on it. This took a long time to get hang of, and still doesn't feel good after a few days of using him. But the disappointment does not end there. After finishing the Shadow tutorial, the game shows us the true reason why Shadow's icon was on Tails' challenges. So Shadow has his own set of rewards for completing Tails' challenges. Progressing through them will reward you with Shadow being playable in the main campaign. You know, the sole reason why everyone downloaded this update to begin with. Well, there's 2 problems to this. One is that Shadow rewards are locked behind the original reward scheme. So you need 350 XP to unlock the Shadow set of challenges. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? To unlock Shadow the Hedgehog in the main campaign, you need to reach 3000 XP in Shadow rewards. Now, I don't think I need to elaborate why this is bad, but for the 2 of you who don't understand why this isn't a good thing, let me break it down for you. The way Tails challenges works is that every challenge you complete will grant you 25 XP. Completing the challenge with an S rank will give you an additional 25 XP, meaning that you can get 50 XP per mission. Every day, Tails' challenges give you 3 missions to tackle, which means that you can collect 150 XP by completing all 3 tasks with an S rank. But not only that, by completing all 3 missions, the game gives you an additional 50 XP, totaling at around 200 XP per day. So if we take a look at Shadow rewards and we take 3000 XP, the amount needed to unlock Shadow, divided by 200 XP, the amount you can collect per day, it would take you 15 days to unlock Shadow in the main campaign. I was incredibly baffled by this. Not only does this mean that your only opportunities of playing as Shadow is via Tails' challenges, until you eventually unlock him, but it also means by the time you reach 3000 XP, the reward won't even feel worth it because you've already spent 15 days playing as Shadow and the other characters, fully familiar with the new movesets and all. Also, who the f is going to dedicate 15 days of their life to unlocking Shadow the Hedgehog? I'll tell you who. Sonic fans. Locking Shadow behind this reward system is so ridiculously stupid and annoying, because the whole reason why people got hyped for this update was because they thought we would get to play as Shadow in the main campaign from the get-go. But instead, they decided to restrict us to a bunch of shitty challenges just to reach the final reward. And the build-up is even more annoying. After a while, it gives you 2 blue coins in a row, followed by either a statue or a music track. And if you wanted to play this music track while playing the main campaign, you won't be able to, because it only lets you play the main game's OST. I know you need some way to make your game replayable, but come the f on. This is just polarizing. Not only that, you can't even play as Shadow in Sweet Dream Zone. At least he works fine in the main stages. Speaking of the main stages, Shadow isn't the only thing added to this game. Apart from a couple of bug fixes and a new power tier, we have a fully revamped intro tutorial for the main campaign. Now, I know this video is about Shadow, but I just had to talk about this because, wow, it's really good. First off, the intro cutscene will replay every time you enter it, which is consistent with the boss stages in the game. Instead of teaching you how to control the characters first, it talks about the game's camera and how it works. It even has this sick feature where when you break out of a wall, the music will change to the third act of Scrambled Shores, which means that this tutorial has a dynamic music feature. Another neat thing they did was make it so that the game stops whenever you're about to make an input. This allows for better reaction time and teaches you how to get a grasp of the controls. The gate keys are now scattered everywhere throughout the tutorial instead of being grouped up into one area. And opening the gate will shoot you all the way up into the clouds with the Sonic Dream Team logo beaming into the screen, leaving you with a small portion of the tutorial left just for you. This is brilliant. I love this so much. It is the perfect first impression of the game to new players. Unfortunately, this is Sonic Dream Team, so of course, there is a glitch that is absolutely game-breaking. Although this area is meant to be automated, it's actually possible to boost yourself in the opposite direction and fling yourself back into the clouds and into the logo area. If you're lucky, you can drop yourself onto a speed boost to watch the logo pop up again. But if you're not, you will fall into the kill plane and your controls will be locked up, thus causing a soft lock. Yeah, truly a polished and well-tested game, right guys? So, we now have Shadow in Sonic Dream Team, a new tutorial, more challenges, and rewards. I think it's safe to say that this game is close to completion. Unfortunately, we don't know when this game will truly end, so for now we have to wait and see. I am really excited for the future of this game. And who knows, if we're that lucky, we might just get a console release for this game. And if we're not, then that would suck, but I never really cared about a console release, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let's get to 10k subscribers by the end of the year, and stay safe everyone. See ya!